This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So when we help somebody buy or sell a house, oftentimes we like to give them a gift. You know, as a closing gift. Hey, thank you so much for working with us. JJ, you have some phenomenal gifts that you give out.
I think I got a cake.
You got a cake?
That he picked up from Safeway.
When you bought your house,
When I bought my house, he bought me a cake.
A whole cake.
Was it like...
Yeah, a whole cake. What do you mean?
Was it like,
give me a slice of cake?
I don't know.
No,
was it branded? Like, was it the house?
No, I think he just stopped by Safeway, picked up one of those
I have never heard of a
$15
cake.
cakes. What?
I've never heard of giving a cake as a closing gift.
Really? That seems like that would be common to me because it's a celebration. He gave me the keys, and he gave me a cake that I think he bought at Safeway.
Well...
What's wrong with that?
Wasn't brand? It didn't have the name of the company.
It did not have the name or anything. I think it was just a plain
He
chocolate
just grabbed
cake.
it off the
He
counter.
grabbed it last minute. He's like, I should probably give something to Matt because of his business. I wasn't the easiest to work with. And
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that.
No, I was tough. I did not want to buy a house. I didn't want to buy a house. And so.
Were you married at this time?
No, I was not married.
Okay.
And I didn't want to buy a house.
So he had to deal with you exclusively.
Yeah, we had some issues with different financiers who just didn't do what they said they were going to do.
Should have gone with JJ Mack.
I know. Well, I didn't know about him before, but chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake. You know.
Okay.
What do you guys give out?
Yeah, JJ had some great stuff.
I mean, we changed it up because of the seasons, and so this last summer season, we did a nice picnic blanket with a Bluetooth speaker, all branded with our information on it.
Ooh,
That's
Bluetooth
awesome.
speakers. Those are hot right now.
Yeah, we went golf. Is that where? Who was I golfing with? Kevin? Is that where Kevin got his Bluetooth speaker? Was that from you?
Unfortunately not. No, I got to hook him up.
There you go.
Yeah.
I still have a Bluetooth speaker that I got from one of our bands for King and Country, and it's
Really?
a nice one. It was like a $200 nice Bluetooth with it's branded. I use that all the time. It's in the kids' room. We use it when we get
And it's
out the
branded
projector.
for the band?
For the band, yeah.
Okay.
It's really nice. It's a really good one. It sounds great. That's a good idea.
Valerie likes giving out succulents.
Yeah. I mean, again, out of everything
As long
you've
as they're coming
listed,
from our garden, that's fine. Get rid of those dang things. You got too many succulents.
out of all those things, I'll go with the chocolate cake. I'm sorry, I can eat it now. I won't get it.
You don't want a
enjoy
blanket?
it.
I love
don't want a
blankets.
blanket.
But you'll eat it and then it's gone, and you won't remember anything anymore.
Well, that's
Doesn't have, like, the
fine
name
by
or-
me.
Yeah.
You're the one that wants to be remembered. I want my chocolate
Hey,
cake.
the cake is still working.
Now,
the
if
cake is still working because we're
That's right.
talking about it
True
right
enough.
now.
Exactly.
True enough.
I say just add an extra $10. Go get a cake and give them the blanket too. But if I was married at the time when I was purchasing my house, obviously we would appreciate more the cutting board and the blanket and all that.
Charcuterie, yeah.
But I'm a dude. I want some sugar. I want some chocolate.
We used to do chocolate covered almonds.
Almonds, you mean?
No.
What the
when
heck
you
is-
when you shake you know how they harvest almonds?
Almonds. Who calls them almonds?
So how they harvest them is they
gosh.
shake the tree. They shake the tree really hard, and all of the nuts fall off. And so when you shake the tree, you shake the L out of them. So they're almonds.
Is that a joke?
Come on, man.
Was
You
I
gotta
supposed
laugh
to
at
laugh?
that
Come
one.
on, yeah.
Come on.
The L out of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So instead of almonds, it's almonds because
Yep.
they took the L out of them.
You shook the L out.
Okay, that's an interesting joke.
If you're from Central California, it's all almonds.
Why? Who says
Yeah.
that? I thought it was more of East Coast people, like from the Midwest, the South.
I'm gonna diverge from JJ on this slightly.
You call them almonds.
The people who grow them call them almonds.
There you go.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I call them.
You know that
almonds.
for a fact?
Yeah.
You know growers and they
Yep.
call them almonds.
Yep. It's kind of I'm with you, Matt. It's kind of annoying, but you know what? It's a term of endearment.
Almonds.
Yeah.
But there's an L in there. Where did that come
Because
from?
they shook the L out. I asked the same question. That's the joke I
That's
was
the
told by a grower.
hillbilly joke that they like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No offense to all you almond growers out there. You're not hillbillies. But it just, I don't know. Makes no sense.
Who cares? Who cares the term? Chocolate. Would you like chocolate covered almonds?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
Yes. Oh my god.
JJ's got a little farm.
You have an almond or almond
Yeah.
farm?
So that's why I would do it, because I'd have all these almonds built up, and and so it's like, hey. So I'd ask my wife Megan. I'd say, hey, can you make some almond and with the chocolate on it? People love.
She
chocolate.
would make them
absolutely.
for you.
Yeah.
That's super.
Are they
cool.
salted as well?
We would do different ones, like at Christmas
little-
time. We
like
do peppermint.
So these in cans are like
I'll
little.
get you some.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How
get
could
you
you
some
not
too, yeah.
come here and bring some?
I know. I'm a bad.
This show
guest.
would have been much better if we were snacking on some chocolate almonds.
Well, there you go.
That's
so it's
awesome.
like seeing Sean almonds. You know, everybody's got their thing.
It's the almond guy.
But that's a good way to
call
go.
You the almond guy.
Something to eat, as well as maybe a blanket or something else with it.
Yeah, for the gift. I want to start giving out, for people who come on the radio show, gold-handled mugs.
And tell us the story of where you got that from.
So the idea is, I'm a huge John Wayne fan. Like, if you don't like John Wayne,
What's your favorite John Wayne
probably
movie?
not going to be friends. Like, just saying. When Valerie and I started dating, I was like, hey, Val, you want to watch this movie with me? She's like, that's old. What? Who is that? I was like, you don't know who that is? She's like, no. I'm like, that's John Wayne. Fast forward
The Duke.
14 years now we've been together. Almost 15, and she can recognize his voice, from across the room.
Mm-hmm.
But huge,
There you
burning.
go.
My kid, my 3-year-old, he'll say, "Hey, Pop, hurry up, we're burning daylight."
There you go.
We're burning daylight.
What did they call it? Put a bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
There you go.
That's not from
like it.
McClintock?
That's from the
McClintock?
Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
The Cowboys. But yeah, McClintock's one of my favorite ones. El
wife
Dorado,
loves-
Rio Bravo. No. Yeah, Rio Bravo.
So you know what? Give them a mug. When somebody comes on the show, give them a mug with the gold handle. Put John Wayne's mug on it and your logo.
So
And then they'll wonder, what's John Wayne's? Well, I'm a big John Wayne fan. They're going to know, John
like
Wayne, Johnny Jennings, John Wayne. Come on.
I'm good with that. So the idea was John Wayne at the end of every filming would give out mugs to the cast and crew with a gold handle on it and personalized for the movie they were filming.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like, hey, so some people had rows of mugs from all these different John Wayne films that they worked on.
That's cool.
So I just thought it'd be a fun gift for people who are on the radio show.
Whatever you enjoy.
Maybe
go
even
for
my
it.
face, not John Wayne's face.
No, I think you should go with John
John
Wayne's.
Wayne's
I think you
face?
should too, man.
Okay.
See, I'm not a coffee drinker. I never use mugs.
But what about tea?
No, I don't drink tea
What about
either.
water?
I don't drink it out of a mug. Drink it out of this big, ginormous thermos, 64-pound thing.
But you're different.
Silver bullet. Yeah, I get it. If you're a coffee drinker, but if
You
if,
never drank coffee ever?
No, it's terrible. I don't like the taste of it.
Wow.
And do you realize what caffeine would do to me? I mean,
Oh my gosh.
so
that's
anyways,
a
I would
scary thought.
I would enjoy a John Wayne mug though.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I'll toss it around.
Call it Johnny Wayne or something like that for Johnny Jennings. Johnny Wayne
Johnny the
Jennings.
Duke Jennings.
Johnny Wayne Jennings. Oh my gosh, your dad. What's your middle name?
Petrie.
Did not want to answer that question.
No, I was like, this is going to go down.
How am
the
I
hall.
just learning about this?
This is gonna go
Your
down the whole
name,
thing.
middle name is Petrie?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so super cool story. So I've actually gotten some heat because I named my oldest, we have 2 boys. He's 3 years and another one's 8 months old at the time of this recording. And I named him after my dad. So he's the 4th.
Sure.
Okay. And people were giving me a hard time, like, why would you name your dad after yourself or after somebody else? Why don't you give him his own name? And here's why. So my grandfather is John Petrie Jennings. He's the OG.
Okay.
He's OG, still alive. But the reason why his father, my great grandfather, named him John Petrie Jennings was because the guy named Petrie, he actually worked here in Sacramento back in the day. I think it was in Sacramento, and he was going through the Great Depression. My great grandfather was, and he needed a job. And this guy named Petrie had a local grocery store, and he gave my grandfather a job when he needed it most. And so as a way to say thank you, the next son that he had, he named him John Petrie Jennings.
Oh, man, I love that story. That's
Right?
great.
And
That's
here we are.
fantastic.
Here we are almost 100 years later, and that act of kindness is still creating ripples and still being told.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So not only
That is precious. I love that.
not only am I a big fan of my dad, but I think he was a wonderful father, but I also like the name Petrie.
That's a great story.
Yeah, that's
See,
an awesome story.
sorry for making fun of that.
No, everybody
That's
does. Everybody does.
awesome.
I didn't know
That-
that either. Wow.
Really?
No.
That's a great story. I love that. So is Jack's middle name Petrie?
Yeah, he's Jack Petrie Jennings IV.
Wow.
Or
So
John
you're just-
John
Yeah,
Petrie
yeah,
Jennings
yeah.
IV. Yeah.
How old is Jack?
He just turned 3.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't quite understand the story.
He doesn't
yet.
even know his name's John, honestly.
It's all Jack.
I'm like, hey Jack, or hey John, come over. He's like, that's not my name. I'm Jack Jennings.
So when he gets older and gets married and decides to have children, are you going to insist that he names one of his sons?
No,
Johnny?
I mean, I would like that. One, you have to have a boy.
Yeah.
Right. Talk to JJ over here. JJ's got 2 daughters. He couldn't name, he could name a kid John if he wanted to. But one, he has to have a girl, and then 2, I want him to want to do that. But if
Yeah.
he does, my hope is that I was the kind of father my dad was to me, and so he would want to do that.
Sure. That's cool.
So, but yeah. Anyways, back to real estate, there's a growing number of down payment assistance programs. JJ knows way more about this than I do, but it shocked me to find out that in the last 12 months, there's an additional nationwide 192 down payment assistance programs. An additional, there's thousands of them out there, but in the last year alone, it's increased by 192.
Why is that, JJ?
Well, I think if you look at who's buying homes right now, and Johnny can probably tell you better than me, but I believe that the first-time home buyers are the biggest number of people purchasing homes. So that's a lot of millennials out there doing that right now. Yeah, baby. And so with that being said, a lot of them need help. With the prices of homes that are just so high today, a lot of the tax money that we're paying is going into these funds that are being used for down payment assistance programs. And so a lot of these companies these businesses are allowing these funds to be used for down payments. And so it's really allowing more millennials and first-time home buyers to get out there and purchase homes that they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
Now, a lot of people think first-time home buyers this has to be the first time ever you're buying a house. What qualifies you as a first-time home buyer? So
usually it's determined that if you haven't owned a home in 3 years.
Okay.
So usually most first-time home buyer down payment assistance programs, we're going to state that. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 2, but usually 3.
So let's say you went through a financial hardship, you lost the house, you've been renting for a while, you want to get back into home ownership, you might qualify for a first-time home buyer program.
Heck yeah.
There you go. And there's a lot of things out there. There's like down payment assistance where the money's given to you in forms of a grant, right? Mm-hmm. There's some where you actually have to pay it back when you sell the home. Can you run us through like 2 or 3 of the more popular ones?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest one that, a lot of people were getting into like crazy lately. It's not available anymore, but who knows? It might come back as the California Dream for All program.
Oh yeah,
you're just giving you money, and then you were having to pay back some of that with equity later on. But now they're doing a lot of the Cal HAFA is a big one that they're having now, where you're getting a gift for that down payment money. It is a loan, but you're not having to pay it back. It's just accumulating interest. It's very low interest. It's interest only. And so when you go into refinancing or selling, you can pay it back. And then there's things like MCCs, which is like mortgage credit certificates, where you're able to then allow yourself to use a higher taxable interest at the end of the year. So basically, instead of using, let's just say you're in tax bracket and you can use, 15% of your mortgage interest as a deductible, maybe you can use it as 50% now or 40%. Huge amount of difference, and you can get a lot more money back at the close of the year.
Interesting.
So that's another way to do it.
So at the end of the day, there's a lot of different programs, a lot of options out there. And when we come back, we're actually going to talk about EEMs.
You got it.
Energy efficient mortgages.
So, Matt, there's one thing that I've heard over and over from people who are veterans that have served our country that we're celebrating today, and that is the importance of trust when you are on the front lines and you are fighting and having that brotherhood and working with people that you trust. And that's something that I think is really true about Johnny Jennings, because he is a person that you can trust to take care of you, which is what Betty experienced. She used Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty to sell her home in this really difficult situation that no one else was able to figure out. So when it came time to sell her mother's home in Roseville, obviously she called our friend Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty, and he was able to get her the perfect buyer for her home and negotiated a quick as-is sale.
And check this out. Johnny Jennings guarantees to get you at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. You don't have to do all those repairs, get your home cleaned and staged and organized. It's super simple and easy. Take advantage of it. Again, at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. Expect more, get more with Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty. Just Google Made for More Realty today and get more for your home. License number 1982-171.